Do you remember when skincare was as simple as cleanse, tone, moisturise? Yeah, those days are long gone. And now, well, we have morning routines, evening routines, 10-step Korean skincare, even prescription tretinoin is much easier to get hold of these days. And although this is all amazing progress, it does sometimes feel overwhelming, expensive, and time-consuming. Hi, if we haven't met, I'm Tori and I'm a facialist and a skincare obsessive. And today I want to share with you 5 really easy ways to simplify your skincare routine. My tips will help you save money and time, but still leave you with beautiful glowing skin. Okay, so let's dive straight in. Number 1, back to basics. If you are feeling overwhelmed, or if your skin routine is taking way too long, or perhaps you've even overdone it with active ingredients and you're feeling a little bit red and irritated, then you want to strip back to the essentials. And those are cleanse, hydrate, and protect. By focusing on these 3 core elements, you're going to make sure that you're getting rid of makeup and SPF and pollutants that your skin has come into contact during the day. You're also then going to add back in the hydration that your skin needs, and the protection comes in for every single day. You want to make sure you're wearing SPF. You focus on these 3 core things, and then you can start to introduce other products to tackle specific skincare concerns that you may have. And that leads me on very nicely to tip number 2, because that's about prioritization. So ask yourself, what's the biggest skin concern I have right now? For example, if you're battling both pigmentation and, say, acne, you want to pick one of those things to focus on. This approach will keep your routine nice and simple yet effective, and will stop you and your skin becoming overwhelmed. Tip number 3 is multitask. So I really recommend looking for products that are going to have multiple benefits for your skin, because this will help to really streamline your routine. For example, one of my priorities is to tackle my pigmentation and sun damage, and so I always use a vitamin C as part of my morning routine. But when I'm looking for a vitamin C product, I'm also wanting it to be super hydrating. So I look for ingredients such as hyaluronic acid or vitamin E, so that I'm getting the benefits of an antioxidant that's going to brighten my skin, it's going to help protect it, but also hydrate and plump it all at the same time. Another amazing tool that you can use, which has multiple benefits, is something like an LED mask. I love this mask. I mean, for a start, look how utterly fabulous / terrifying I look wearing it. Seriously, it's become part of my weekly skincare routine because it's so easy to use. The mask has red, blue, and infrared light therapy, so you can tackle a variety of different skin concerns. So that's why it's so good for multitasking. I generally use the red light because that boosts collagen, it improves fine lines, and it increases skin elasticity, and over time it can even help with dark spots and pigmentations. All of those things I would like to address. I've definitely noticed my skin tone looks more even already. I will also sometimes use the infrared light because that works at a deeper level of the skin to help with repair and with rejuvenation. It's a really good option for maintaining healthy skin. And the blue light, well, that would be perfect if you struggle with oiliness, with spots and acne, because it helps to target bacteria that causes breakouts. I also really love how easy it is to use. This thing is portable. You just charge it up and start wearing it. I use it when I'm, replying to emails and tidying or cleaning the house. But most of the time, if I'm just sat in front of the telly, relaxing with my cat, Boston. This mask was kindly gifted to me by Dermrays, and they have also given me a discount code. So I'll include that in the description box below. Another tool that you can use, which will not cost you a thing, is to carry out some light massage for your face while you're doing your cleansing routine. I like to spend a minute as I'm gently using my first or second cleanse in the evening to help with lymphatic drainage and my skin elasticity, and also just relieve any tension from the day. This is a lovely, quick and easy thing to do for your skin. It won't cost you anything, and it won't take any extra time if you do it during your cleansing process. Tip number 4 is consistency over complexity. There's nothing wrong with a complicated routine if it's sustainable, but if you don't have the time and energy for it, they're kind of pointless. It's much easier to stick to a routine that's simple and achievable and works with the time that you have available. You also need to be consistent because you need to be patient to see results. I'd recommend committing at least 8 weeks of using a routine and products before making a decision as to whether you think you can actually see any visible results. No matter how fast a product is marketed at working, skin cycles take time, and so it's really unrealistic to expect to see results a week later. Try and think of it as like a fitness plan. Small changes lead to big progress in the long term. The only exception to this rule is if you have a reaction to a product. Then, of course, you want to stop using it immediately. But generally speaking, I will use a product for at least 3 months before swapping to an alternative because I don't think it's working. Finally, tip number 5 is professional treatments. If your budget allows, I really do recommend professional treatments that are tailored. So things like facials, microneedling, red light therapy, laser. These are just some examples that can really help, particularly if you're dealing with concerns like fine lines and wrinkles, dark spots or pigmentation. The big difference is how targeted and effective these treatments can be. Results tend to be faster and more noticeable. One thing I will say is make sure you find a trusted professional who knows what they're doing and knows what they're talking about and can advise you about the right treatment for the skin concern that you have. And finally, a couple of bonus tips which are really quick wins to implement. First up, I so often see people doing this. Don't emulsify product between the palms of your hands. It's so wasteful. Instead, there are 2 different methods I would use. If I've got a particularly runny serum, I would put it into the palm of my hand, but instead of rubbing it together, you just want to do one swipe. So dispense the product, put your hands together, swipe like this, pull away, and then immediately apply to your face. You can also press your skin. Think of it like a sponge to help soak up all those lovely ingredients. For less runny products, I will dispense to the back of my hand, and then I do a dot method by applying the product all the way around just to make sure I've then got a really good even coverage as I smooth and press it into my skin. You really want to avoid doing this with your skincare because your palms of your hands are going to soak up a lot of the product. To stop products going to waste, if you haven't enjoyed it for whatever reason, it's caused irritation or perhaps you didn't like the texture or the smell, don't forget that you can use all of these things like retinols and vitamin C's on your legs or your arms or the backs of your hands. So just because you haven't loved something on your face, think about what other body part might appreciate some of those active ingredients. Another really good tip for acid toners is if you found them too strong for, say, your face, neck or chest, try using it up on the soles of your feet where your skin is a lot thicker and harder generally. I like to apply it with a cotton pad and then I usually leave it for a few minutes, add a thick, deep moisturiser, pop some socks on, get into bed, and in the morning, my feet, oh my goodness, what a transformation. It just saves you throwing away products if you can find other areas of your body that might appreciate it. I've mentioned sun damage and pigmentation quite a bit in this video, and it's because that's my main skin concern at the moment. If it's something that you also struggle with, I'd highly recommend checking out this video next because it's all about pigmentation and the products, routines and protocols that I use to help target sun damage. Thank you as always for watching, take care, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.